If you're going to do something, do it. Say what you can do, and then do what you said. If you can't do it, man, don't fake it. Don't overpromise, don't overcommit, and don't play halfway. This dip your toe in mindset, that's not how you win. Decide before you start. Think it through, prepare, plan, but when it's time to move, and dive in. Go all the way. Finish it. Find out what's on the other side. Don't leave your life hanging with what ifs and maybe I should have. That's the kind of regret that keeps people up at night, because when you go half-hearted, you never really know. You don't know if you failed or succeeded, if you truly gave it your best or just coasted through. The real power comes when you can look yourself in the mirror and say, I gave it everything, I went all in, I found out, and it's either for me or it's not. That's clarity, that's growth. The truth is, too many people are walking around half living, half trying, half believing. Not truly knowing themselves, not pushing themselves, not celebrating when they win, and not correcting when they drift. Discipline isn't punishment, it's love for your own potential. So stop half doing, stop half being. Go all the way and find out who you really are. You know what I wish? I wish we were more full of ourselves. Someone once told me, Matthew, you're so full of yourself. And I thought, who else am I supposed to be full of? That hit me hard, because that's exactly the point. We spend so much time doubting, shrinking, and apologizing for who we are, when in reality we should be standing tall, owning what we've built, what we've done, and who we've become. Look in the mirror. If you pulled something off, own it. Say, yeah, I did that, that's what I wanted, and I made it happen. And when you fall short, look in that same mirror and say, nope, didn't nail it this time. Hold yourself accountable, not to tear yourself down, but to rise stronger next time. See, happiness can't be guaranteed, but on satisfaction, that can be built. There's a science to it. It's in the habits that bring you less chaos, less regret, less pain, and maybe a little more peace. That's a win. Funny thing is, we're so gentle with everyone else. When others fail, we comfort them. When they try their best, we cheer them on. But when we fail, we kick ourselves on the way out. We curse ourselves for not being perfect. Life's irony is that it hurts. It's painful, it's unfair. But that pain, that's the test. So be kinder to yourself. You're not supposed to be perfect. You're supposed to be real. And being real means loving yourself enough to celebrate the wins, own the losses, and keep moving, full of who you are. I'm the reason I stepped in, and that's powerful. Even when I mess up, even when it's my fault, that ownership is an asset. People might say, why are you giving yourself credit for screwing up? Because I showed up, because I tried, because I took the shot. And yes, I fell, but I fell forward. We're all gonna make mistakes. That's part of the deal. The key is to own them. Make amends, learn, then move the hell on. Because guilt and regret, they're silent killers. They bury people long before their time. So turn the page, step off that ride of self-blame. You are the author of the book of your life, every chapter, every word. And here's the truth. When you take care of the right things, your health, your faith, your family, your purpose, life starts to align. It gets clearer, it gets lighter. But here's the irony. Life only makes sense backwards. When you look back, you realize every moment was connected. Every ending was just the beginning of something new. Every heartbreak, every failure, every twist, it all led you here. And going forward, that's the beautiful mystery. You don't always know what you want, but you do know what you don't want. And that alone gives you leverage, that gives you direction. We always ask people, who are you? But maybe that's the wrong question. Maybe the better one is, who are you not? Because once you start cutting away what doesn't belong, the lies, the fears, the versions of yourself that don't fit anymore, what's left is the real you. And that's where your power lives. Figure out, what truly feeds you, what gives you life, what brings out the real you. And here's the truth. It's often easier to let go of what drains you than to chase after what defines you. Sometimes the answer isn't to slam the gas, it's to take your foot off the brake. Not every challenge needs more grind, more sweat, more hustle. Sometimes the smartest move is to pause, breathe, laugh, take a sip of your favorite drink, and dance your way through the storm instead of fighting it. Because even the bad moments, the ones that sting, the ones that break you, they have something to teach you. Learn to say thank you to the pain. That's how you turn darkness into light. That's how you alchemize the bad times into something golden. So how do you do that when everything feels like it's falling apart? When life hits hard and you're stuck in the middle of it thinking, man, this sucks. You start by reminding yourself, even if you don't fully believe it yet, this too shall pass. You may not feel it, but you speak it. You may not believe it, but you hold on to it anyway. Because deep down, somewhere inside, there's a spark, a quiet, unshakable optimism that says, this can't be all there is. There's more, there's better ahead. And even if this is all there is, so what? Then let's make peace with it. Let's live with it. Let's laugh anyway. Because when you stop resisting life, you start transforming it. I've learned not to make a big deal out of things that don't deserve it. I don't chase drama and I don't create it. That doesn't mean I don't feel it. I do. I get hit hard. I get sad, angry, restless. There are nights I can't sleep when my own mind won't let me rest. When I'm wrestling with the question, why did this happen? What did I do wrong? That's the trap, thinking every bad thing that happens must somehow be your fault. But sometimes life just happens. Someone once said, every man knows reflection when he's at his lowest. And it's true, when we're down, all we can do is sit in the mud and think, replaying every move. But here's the twist. Reflection isn't just for the lows. When things are going right, when life is smooth, when the blessings are rolling in, that's when we should reflect the most. Because those moments hold the clues. Ask yourself, why is it working right now? What am I doing differently? Maybe you're appreciating more. Maybe you're noticing beauty in small things. Maybe you're just not taking life for granted anymore. That's not luck, that's alignment. Those patterns are gold. Write them down, learn from them, bottle them up. Because good times don't last forever. Mountains always rise again. But if you can understand why you were winning, you'll know how to climb when the next challenge comes. So, what's the best advice I can give myself right now? Listen to my own damn advice. We used to look up at the stars and wonder about our place in the universe. Now, maybe it's time we start wondering about our place here. In the fight, in the journey, in the work. Here's what I've learned. The moment you stop being impressed with your own life, with your titles, your achievements, your status, and instead becoming involved with it, deeply engaged, fully committed, that's when everything changes. That's when you get better. That's when you grow. Somewhere along the way, we forgot who we are. We're not caretakers. We're taught explorers. We're pioneers, meant to push limits, not protect comfort. So why chase the things that scare you? Why take on the hard rolls, the tough challenges, the steep climbs? Because they cost us something. And if it doesn't cost you, it can't change you. It's not really a risk unless you could lose the fight, and that's what makes it real. That fear, that struggle, that's where life is. That's where you come alive. Every day you show up nervous, unsure, that's proof you're growing. Life isn't easy. It never was and it never will be. Don't waste time wishing it were fair. It's not supposed to be. And don't you dare fall into that trap of entitlement, that voice that whispers, I'm a victim. You're not. Get up, get over it, get on with it. Because everything worth having, peace, pride, purpose, you earn it, you sweat for it. And when you crush a day and when you set a goal, prepare for it, give it your all and see it through, that's power, that's confidence, that's meaning. So be brave, have courage. Every time you face fear, you gain strength. Every time you face pain, you gain respect for yourself and for life itself. Because the greatest opponent you'll ever face is you. This afternoon, they might look bigger, faster, stronger, more experienced. On paper, they've got the advantage and they know it. But let me tell you something, they don't know your heart. They don't know the fire burning inside you, that unstoppable drive that says, this is what I was born to do. That's your edge, that's your power. And listen, just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. Don't chase what looks good. Be discerning. Choose what calls you. Do it because it's what you truly want, not because it's what others expect. Because at the end of the day, it's on you. Your choices, your work, your legacy. We remember the things we've earned, the moments we've fought for. The sweat, the struggle, the climb, that's what sticks. Not what someone handed to us, but what we built with our own hands. Those experiences write themselves into our DNA. They give us resilience, that quiet confidence that says, I've done it before and I can do it again. That's the power of a delayed gratification. Knowing that the choices you make today, the discipline, the patience, the sacrifice, will pay you back tomorrow. I've seen people lose a job and refuse another one because it paid less. They waited for something better, and years later, they're still waiting, still stuck. Because sometimes you've got to take the step that's in front of you to reach the one that's meant for you. Don't wait for perfect. Don't freeze because of fear. Trust the grind. Trust your heart, because they might have the talent, but you've got the truth. Too many people waste years, even decades, waiting for the perfect opportunity. They say, I'm still searching for that thing. And I just want to tell them, you missed a decade, man. Stop waiting. Do the thing you love, even if it pays less, even if it's uncertain, because at least you'd be building something. And who knows, that path might lead to something far greater. maybe even 5 times more rewarding than you ever imagined. Sometimes it's not about making the right choice. It's about making a choice and committing to it. Dive in, give it everything. So while we're here on this field of life, let's make it count. Let's make it a place where we sweat, believe, and grow. Where we love the process of chasing our purpose. Where we're so locked into what we do best that we don't even have time to look over our shoulder. We move forward because we want to. We hold ourselves accountable because we choose to. We chase finish lines that mean something, the kind that never really end because they live in who we become. We write our own story. We face our fears. We make peace with ourselves. And when you give everything you've got, from the soles of your feet to the last drop of blood in your body, when you lay it all on the line until the final whistle blows, that's where greatness lives. Music fades in, soft but rising with power. If you commit to who you are, and if you truly decide, you cannot lose. So turn the page, step off the ride, because you are the author of your story. Finding out who you are, it's not easy, it's messy, it's painful. So give yourself some grace. Start by removing everything you're not, and what's left will guide you to where you need to be. Music shifts slightly, deeper tone. I once had someone ask me, who's your hero? I didn't have an answer. I said, give me a couple of weeks. 2 weeks later, they came back. So who's your hero? And I said, it's me, 10 years from now. I was 25 at the time. 10 years later, that same person asked again, so are you your hero now? I smiled and said, not even close, because my hero, he's me at 35. And guess what? I'll never catch him. Because when you live like that, the race never truly ends. The journey has no final port. The adventure never stops. You're always on the way. So do that, keep going. Let someone else be the one to tap you on the shoulder and say, hey, you did it. Let them tell you, you can go home now. Let them say thank you. Let them say, I love you. But that's the beauty of it, because chasing that version of myself keeps me hungry. It keeps me while growing. It gives me someone to become. So to all of us, whoever we're chasing, whatever dream keeps us moving, amen to that. All right. Just keep living. Music softens again, then builds back up. And let me tell you, nobody's perfect. We've all choked before. We've all fumbled right at the finish line. We've all had that moment, the words vanish, the confidence fades, right when it mattered most. You forget your line, you freeze on stage, you fail at what you swore you were ready for, but that's not the end. That's just life reminding you, you're still in the game. Music rises with a steady rhythm, inspiring, forward-moving. We perform our best when our goals are bigger than measurement, when our reach always stretches beyond our grasp, when our finish lines aren't mortal, they're endless. You just keep climbing. Take the lid off the limits we build around ourselves and always play like the underdog. Because the underdog fights harder, the underdog hungers. See, freedom and responsibility, they go hand in hand. Freedom isn't about endless Saturdays or all the cake you can eat. Try living like that and you'll burn out fast. True freedom comes from responsibility. Responsibility is respect for your past. It's the foundation of your legacy. It's investing in who you're becoming, in what you started yesterday, and what you'll keep building tomorrow. Because responsibility gives freedom its meaning. To be truly free, you've got to hold yourself accountable. You've got to question who you are every single day and decide, I'll be better tomorrow. And here's the truth. There's no ta-da moment, no final arrival. We're all chasing the horizon. We never land. So stop waiting for that perfect ending. Learn to enjoy the chase. Laugh at it, work hard through it. Because life isn't about arriving, it's about becoming. And when you finally realize that, that's as good as it gets. And that's pretty damn awesome. Thank you. Good luck. And just keep living.